have also created a tool to help you set goals effectively, so make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, where I will share with you the details of how to get this tool for free. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Christina Nguyen, and I am a family medicine physician. I am also an entrepreneur and a mother. In this channel, I want to share with you my insight and experiences to help you be more successful and fulfilled in life. In today's video, I want to show you how to set goals effectively and achieving them. But before we get into the details, I want to highlight the comment of the week. If you want to be featured in my next video, leave a comment or take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram story or Facebook. 2020 has arrived. Do you realize what that means? We're not only in a new year, but also a new decade. Do you ever find setting goals challenging? Things seem very fuzzy and vague, and you do not know where to start. Have you ever set a New Year resolution and then later in the middle of the year or the end of the year, you feel disappointed in yourself because you have not achieved these goals? Do you feel overwhelmed and don't know where to begin? Have you struggled to set goals and achieving your goals? Do you feel overwhelmed and pressure that you need to set some goals for the New Year's because everyone else is doing it, and also because that you feel that you need to set goals so that this coming year will be a more successful, a more productive year? If you feel this way, then make sure to keep on watching. In this video, I will show you step by step how to set goals effectively and achieving them. I have also created a tool to help you set goals effectively, so make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, where I will share with you the details of how to get this tool for free. First, let's talk about why we need to have goals. Denzel Washington Jr., the two-time Golden Globe Award winner, once said, "Dreams without goal are just dreams and ultimately feel disappointment." Indeed, without goal, we are guaranteed to fail. Without goal, we have no direction to go. We are letting life take us where it wants. We are surrendering the control of our life to the random chances of life. We are in the defensive mode instead of offense, and we are reacting instead of acting. Let's take the example of Billy. It's Friday night and Billy head out to have a good time. He got into his car and started driving. He pulled out his driveway and started out on the path that he was most familiar with. He kept driving and got hungry, and he saw McDonald's, so he stopped by and got something to eat. Then he kept heading out, driving and driving. He saw the movie theater and just remembered that the new Star Wars movie was out and he had been waiting to watch it. So he pulled in and tried to get a ticket, but the movie was all sold out. So he decided to head over to his buddy's place to chill. The buddy's place is only about 10 minutes away, so he decided to just show up. It happened to turn out that the friend went out on a date with his girlfriend. So Billy headed home instead. It was 10 p.m., so Billy turned on Netflix, watched a random suggested movie, and fell asleep on the couch. How is that for a good Friday night? Honestly, it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't fun. Now, let's look at Tim, who is also set out to have a good Friday night. Tim knows that after a long week of working, he wants to have a good Friday night with his friends. He also knows that the new Star Wars movie is out and he really wants to watch it. He also expects that the new movie is very popular and that the ticket will be sold out very quickly. So he decided to buy the ticket 2 days in advance. He was able to get the seats that he wants. So as you can see, things turned out better for Tim. He was able to enjoy a good meal, a good movie, and had a good time with his friends. All because he has concrete goals and planned accordingly to achieve those goals. So far in this video, we have talked about why having goals is crucial to be productive and successful. And in the next part of the video, we will specifically talk about how to set goals effectively. I want to introduce to you the SMART goals technique. I have been using the SMART goal techniques for several years, and I have noticed a significant difference in how my goals are today compared to how they were in the past. I was also able to achieve more with these concrete goals. And I will walk you through step by step. Let's look at SMART goal in detail. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, and T is for time-bound. So S is for specific. You want your goal to be as specific as possible, and that means come down to the details. M is for measurable. A goal is only meaningful if it is measurable. You want to know where you are right now. You want to know where you want to be. You also want to have an objective way to measure your progress. You can use a milestone, a timeline, or a checklist. You want to set out criteria so that you're able to gauge yourself. So when you review your goal, you are able to judge yourself using an objective lens. A is for achievable. One of the reasons why we feel disappointed and not able to achieve our goals is because those goals sometimes are too big for that particular time frame. We put too much on our plate and we were not able to handle and achieve everything that we set out to do. So therefore, it is very important for us to know ourselves, our resources, our abilities, our time frame in order to set goals that are just right, that are realistic and achievable within that time frame. And R is for relevant. You want your goals to be related to your dreams, to be a stepping stone of coming closer to making your dream come true. T is for time-bound. You want your goals to have specific duration and also a deadline. Next, let's look at the example of SMART goals. Tom Ferry talks about 8 equities of life, or the 8 aspects of our life that we need to look at and set goals so that our life can be well-rounded. Now I will show you how we can use SMART goals in each of these aspects. You probably feel a little bit overwhelmed right now by the principle of SMART goals. So what I find helpful in my personal experience is I start with a general direction and then I will go deep into setting SMART goals. Another reason why I like to start with a general direction and then go into the concrete SMART goal is because each time I start out with a general direction, I am ensuring that my SMART goal is relevant to my dream and my vision of myself. So let's look at the first aspect of our life, that is physical. I want to be healthier. But how do you measure health? It's so hard for me to objectively measure health. I have to convert that general goal into a SMART goal. So instead of saying that I will be healthier, I would say I want to exercise about 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week for the next year. As we break down this goal, you can see that it is very specific. I know for a fact that exercising will make me become healthier. This goal is very measurable. Each time I exercise, I will make sure to exercise 20 minutes, and each week I'm able to look back and say, how many times this week was I able to exercise? I can also create a checklist for myself. Each time that I exercise for 20 minutes, I'm able to put a check mark next to that goal. These small milestones will help boost my confidence so that I can continue to stick to this goal and achieve what I have set out to do. And for this year, if I am able to commit to this goal, I know for a fact that I will be stronger, healthier, and in better shape. This goal is relevant to me. This goal is relevant to my long-term goal, and my dream is to be healthier. And this goal is very time-bound. I say to myself that I will commit to this activity for an entire year. The second aspect of our life is family. So again, I will start out with a general direction For family, I want to spend more quality time with my family this year. And from that, I will convert into a SMART goal. For my SMART goal, for example, I would say I would spend at least 30 minutes a day to talk, to hang out, and to read to my son. Next important aspect of our life is spiritual life. And for me, my general direction is I want to be more grateful. And in order to be more grateful, what I find helpful that I have done in the past and I would want to continue to be doing for this coming year is I would write down 3 things that I am grateful for each morning that I wake up. This is a very specific, very measurable, and achievable goal for me. Or if you are religious, you can also set a goal to go to church every Sunday or go to the temple every week or every month, depending on your ability to commit. The key is to figure out what's important to you and realistic for you. The next aspect is career. A general goal for career would be I want to be more successful in my career. And an example of a SMART goal in the career domain could be is to get promoted in the next 6 months. The next aspect is attitude. For example, a general goal for attitude can be to be more positive and less negative. And a SMART goal for this aspect would be I will reduce my complaining to maybe once a week instead of several times a week in the past. In the financial aspect, you may want to save more this year. And an example of a SMART goal for this would be save 10% of my take-home paycheck every week. This is very specific, it is very measurable, and you can set the percentage of how much you want to save so that it is achievable and realistic for your situation. The next important aspect of our life is relationship. One of the goals I want to set for my relationship this coming year is to have deeper and more meaningful relationships. And from this general direction, one of my SMART goals is to go out on a date with my husband at least twice a month so that we can have time away from the baby to enjoy ourselves and to learn more about each other. Last but not least is the 8th equity of life, is knowledge. One of my general goals for knowledge this year is to read more and to learn more. So a SMART goal would be to read a book every week. In each of the 8 aspects of life, I recommend having one general direction. From that one general direction, you can create multiple SMART goals for each category. Be careful not to set too many goals. I recommend having about 2 to 3 SMART goals in each of the aspects. You can always come back and add more SMART goals to each category when you feel that you have a good handle of the existing goals. What you want to avoid is to become overwhelmed by so many goals that you feel you're not achieving anything and you do not want to do anything. Certainly, there are times in our life that we have low motivation and we do not want to do anything, but you want to set yourself up for success by taking one step at a time. By the way, if you find yourself struggling with finding motivation and want to learn the tips to quickly jumpstart your motivation and energy, make sure to check out this video where I go into details about the possible reason why you could have low motivation and what you can do to quickly get back on your feet and continue working toward your goals. I hope that by watching me going through each of my 8 aspects of life and set goals for each of them, you're able to feel less overwhelmed and more confident in setting goals for yourself. To make this process even easier for you, I have prepared a handout where I list out the general direction and the SMART goal for you to fill in. You will also have your own copy of the SMART acronym, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. If you want to get a copy of this handout, make sure to take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram or Facebook and I will send you a message. In this video, we have talked about why it is so important for each of us to set effective goals so we can come closer to achieving our dreams. And I have shared with you my method of setting SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And I have shared with you an example of my goals for each of the 8 aspects of my life, including physical, family, spiritual, career, attitude, financial, relationship, and knowledge. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. If you like this video, make sure to click subscribe and hit the notification bell for my future videos, where I will continue to share with you my insight and experiences to help you be more successful and fulfilled in life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.